do you believe in abortion?
Right.
Okay, well, you don't need to be having sex without a condom if you don't.
Cut me in and cut it out, buddy.
Facts never fill it.
Oh, no.
You know? But back, you talking about blackball. So back to Shorty, who's blackballing all the other cops. So what if she would have got pregnant?
Well,
what do y'all think would have happened in that scenario? And what if? Because the obvious answer is, all right, if Shorty get pregnant, like, why? All these different guys. The natural thought process is she's not gonna keep this kid, even though she married.
She couldn't. She would have had to figure something out, or she would have had to make like it was her husband's. That was the only. What else could she do?
Ooh.
Well, what if she had some mix? She mixed it up a little bit. She had some.
It was some
Dion, Wallow, and D's in that one too. So Shorty might have had a little curly, sandy hair or something. But
she probably would have had to go ahead.
Yeah, then them dudes now they gotta. I'm sure they've been like, I don't want to do it.
Right,
I don't want to go through with this,
right.
but we know how that goes sometimes.
Man, listen. We speaking of men who don't want to take care of their kids. I ain't talking about that one of y'all, by the way.
Oh
man,
no, we definitely standing up as
Pop of the year.
So
Yes,
speaking of dudes who don't want to take care of their kids, it's a dude that's going viral right now. Got a 7-piece spicy with 7 baby mamas.
Yeah,
I heard
that's
about
wild,
that, bro.
bro.
I heard about
So
it.
let's just give a little quick take on this.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
I'm praying for everybody involved.
I found it very interesting.
Okay.
Got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live, telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me. Access denied. Because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I don't want.
Bro.
And when nobody think about it, you're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that's going to have to carry a baby for 9 months.
Damn.
It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're going to be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want.
I think the main narrative is City Boys up 1,000 for the something.
City Boys is up 1. City Boys is up 1,000, bro.
City Oh man, okay. On a serious note,
where do we start with this?
Let me just say this.
Was he wrong or was he right?
Let me just say this real quick. The man is wrong on what he said. The only thing I agree with him on in that, out of everything he just said, is women need to see who they laying down with and who they having kids with and children and stuff like that with. Because there's a lot of niggas out here like him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That really ain't gonna take care of their kids. That ain't gonna even try to take care of their kids. That has no interest. He really has no interest. He said access denied. Are you serious?
Hey, that's a cold ass phrase though. I'm finna start access denied me some motherfuckers for the rest of the year.
Everything else
got me for some money. Access denied.
Access denied.
Everything else he said though, was trash. He know better than what he's saying.
Yeah.
Everything else he bogus on it. The only part I agree with him is women need to see who they laying down with. Women need to pick better niggas to start fucking with, laying down with, giving themselves to.
Yeah.
I agree with him on that part.
I got thoughts on this take, but like just some small things that was just coming up in my mind as he was talking. It was like,
go ahead.
How he steady getting like,
like
he seemed like an asshole.
Oh, nigga, nigga, it's easy.
I mean, that's a whole that we ain't even gonna go down that path, bro.
That's
but then the man said he just be couple other things. None of the chicks that he really takes serious. However, he hit him raw and he don't pull out.
And he said he didn't want to come pull out.
And he said, I'm not pulling out.
Like pulling out.
Not even attached to that topic, but my man is living a wild life.
Out here,
and he's steady getting new ones that keep letting him do it.
Diseases he is having.
He had to, bro. And then he said some of them he gave money for abortion or they took Plan B. So it's way more than the second.
Yeah.
That man out here managed.
Hey, I am legend or I am reckless. One of the other.
I think later on in the clip he said something to the fact that, you know, shit, I barely even know these chicks type shit. Like, to the effect of that.
And
like,
he laying down raw with.
What city is that?
And
just a little boy voice.
And they laying down raw with him, which is crazy.
That's what we saying.
So the tape.
Let's because
I think it's a couple parts to it, but the overall message of like him stepping up and his approach to that, it's a real gray area because if you tell someone, hey, okay, we laid down together, and we're gonna take out the part about him saying he just recklessly go raw, right, and I mean not go raw, but recklessly don't pull out on purpose, right? Because guys get caught up in this mix, or people get caught up in this mix all the time. You know, two consenting adults. Y'all lay down and do things together, and a kid comes out of it. Whether y'all go raw, whether there's a condom in place that came off or broke, or birth control ain't birth control, right?
Or you stealthed her,
or you hot sauce drizzy Drake somebody. You know, I think that if maybe a question we can think about is if you lay down with somebody that you're not in a relationship with, or in this case they barely knew each other most of the time, and that other person said, I don't want to be a parent with you. Right. This is not what I want. This is enough time to rectify this, at least from my perspective. I mean, that guy's a person's perspective. And they keep it 100. I'm not trying to be a father. I'm not trying to be a parent with you. I'm not trying to have any children. That is not where my life is going. Right. This is my choice. This is the thing I can control out of this at this point. Right. Don't come to me talking about I should have did or what I should have. We here today, right now. I don't want to be a father to no kids by you. Right. Or kid by you. And if that young lady turns around and says, all right, well, I'm going to have this kid anyway. She can go put him on papers, right? Child support, financially. But that doesn't mean that he has to go and be a father to that kid. So should you be complaining about that?
As a woman.
You know.
As a
woman, you should be protected at all times. We gotta do like a pander meeting, we gotta have a meter or something. But seriously. But like, you made the call. At the end of the day, to say, I'm gonna raise a kid. I want to have this child with this person who doesn't care about me. Told me they don't care about this kid or this situation. I'm gonna deal with it. Are you doing what's best for the child? That's another question. You know what I mean? Like
that's the question.
Like, who does the blame there? Like, is the guy play a part? Absolutely. If you are part of, if you lay down and made the kid, you're a part of it, because we all know what happens when it happens.
Big fact.
But there's where there's options out there.
Exactly.
Because when we the government tried to take that away from people, those options. And we all thought it was wrong, self-included. I'm sure y'all felt the same way. Many women feel the same way. They body, they choice. His body, his choice. His mind, his choice. You may have a partial choice on his pockets. But that's his choice. Right. Who's wrong though? Right. And that's a rhetorical question, but who's wrong?
I got a question.
Who wrong this child? We know the statistics about single parent households and where the children fall, especially in our community. So if you making that call,
right,
who are you thinking in the best interest of?
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't believe in abortion. I get that.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, and that's kind of it's great.
Yeah.
He's wrong if
He's
the
definitely
child
wrong.
is born and
Yes.
he's not stepping up to be a father to the
Yes.
child, because even if it's not financially,
yeah,
right, being there for the child,
mm-hmm.
being a father to the child,
Yeah,
spending time with the child.
yeah,
Child look like you.
Yeah.
Your DNA,
Mm-hmm.
the sickle cell trait or whatever the fuck you got going on.
Yep.
That's your shit.
Fact.
You got a responsibility.
Big fact.
Not just to the child, but shit damn near to humanity to help raise a good human if you can.
So you know what he was gonna do.
And
because he said he don't want
it.
That's his control.
When a man say that, ladies, you got to believe him.
Yeah.
When a nigga say, "Hey, I don't want it,"
they always
on that,
they always mean it. And 40% of the time, they gonna stand on it.
They don't.
60% of the time, the dudes just at some point step up as dads or whatever. But
that high?
I think so.
Yeah.
But 40% of the chance, motherfuckers walking off like, nah.
60, that's 60.
It might be when they 30 years old and shit, like Hov daddy and shit.
You think 60% of them eventually step up?
I think that's kind of high.
That's high, bro.
I think that's high.
You think it's less than high?
They don't want it.
At no point in their life they step up?
Most of them guys just they go MIA. Most of them guys, when they say they don't want it and they standing on it that strongly, they not gonna be fathers, bro.
You might be right.
Because you know it. Go ahead, my bad.
No, go ahead. No, so I got a question. If a man could sign away his rights as a father at any time, or as a better yet, let's make this even easier. If a man could only sign his rights to a child at birth, regardless of whether it's his child or not, at birth, regardless of whether it's DNA or any of that shit, at birth and say, hey, yes, I am the father of this child. I take responsibility. If men were forced to do that on everything, on every single child, do you think there would be this many single mothers out here? Like if she have a baby, so that means the woman has a baby. Mm-hmm. If the father doesn't sign his name on there, he is not accountable, not responsible, none of that until he says he's responsible.
Should be, yes.
And granted, he should be accountable too.
Man should be accountable.
But we know that because we're that's obvious because that's what we do. But the issue, I think one of the bigger issues is women should be more accountable. The only way that they can actually put this child on the man if he signed a piece of paper
they would
saying,
think way different.
They would think different. They would think different.
Even though they should already be thinking way different about the guy that they laying down with and that they doing things. And I'm not putting it all on women because the man, what he said is man accountable too, but it's more to me on the woman.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if a man get up and leave, it's still the baby's still there.
Exactly. So you need to think twice. You need to think
you have
3
to
times.
think better than who you laying with, who you dealing with.
Who you laying with, who you dealing with. Do you believe in abortion?
Right.
Okay, well, you don't need to be having sex without a condom if you don't.
Wearing two rubbers.
Right.
And Buddy putting up all-star numbers too on the chick side.
He's putting up numbers.
And I looked at the seats in the car that he had, and that ain't look like no foreign seats. So I don't know who y'all giving. Who giving these? Who y'all giving y'all womb up to?
That kind of goes.
Let you know you don't have to have all that stuff.
Yeah.
He might just know how to say the right stuff to
or finding the right one.
It might be funny or something. He might get it's a lot of ways you could get to one. It don't always be the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But over and over and over and over again.
You ain't always had money and you got women, right? You ain't always had money your whole life.
And with all transparency, he could be lying and manipulating and all this other shit.
He could be exaggerating a lot of things.
But we also know that this works on a larger scale because we look at people like Future. We look at people like Nick Cannon. I think he got something else going on.
I don't know what he doing. But
I think Nick
Why you think Nick Cannon doing?
I think Nick Cannon got his lined up. Hey, everybody sign this piece of paper. You know what I'm saying?
Financial.
I think with Nick Cannon, I think that's his straight up goal. In my mind.
Why you trying to hit a certain number?
What kind of goal?
I don't know.
He started late too. Remember, how old Nick Cannon is? Late 30s?
He's got to be all right.
Early
40. Around
he's like 41.
They got to be 40, 41.
And he started having kids to what? Mid-30s with Mariah?
Was he?
I tell you what, he done made up then.
Yeah,
early
he done made up.
He probably was.
I don't know how old he is.
Early 30s.
Like our age, though.
Well.
So in those, those are kind of different situations. But what I was getting to was you still got people like Future who women are consistently having kids by.
Yep.
So the question is, to me, in these situations, even like I say, dude could just be manipulating chicks and all type of shit just to get them to sleep with them or whatever the case may be.
That's why I always say protect them.
Right. So it ain't transparent that he probably got 7 kids.
Right.
But you got motherfuckers like Future.
He got that.
They know. Motherfuckers know he got 9, 10 kids. They still choose to have a baby by him. Yep. And then the crazy part is the public, they say, oh, Future is wilding out for having another kid. First of all, Future can afford his kid. But the second part is, the only thing he probably can't afford is the time. But that's which is horrible.
Right.
But the other part of it is they don't look at it like, oh, Future got 8 baby mamas or whatever. They look at it. They do look at it like Future got 8 baby mamas.
They put it on him.
But they don't. Yeah, but they don't look at it like, yo, baby mama number 3, 4, 5, 7.
They know he got 6 more other ones. Then,
Where's the responsibility for the woman who's laying down with him?
100%.
And then wonder why he don't see their kids. Well, he got 10 other kids. Right. Plus, he's a busy nigga.
Right.
And
very valid. Very valid.
For the other women, or just women in general, who do that and have kids running, who raise kids by themselves and they might work a lot. Now you got kids running around robbing people.
Yep.
But the dad ain't
because 2-parent households, and not to say this every single mother or every single father or parent, but it's happening all the time. Uh-huh. And a big part of it is because 2 parents aren't in the house. So those things we got to think about.
100%.
Because they out here in Chicago running a fucking muck.
Bro, that's perfect what you just said. I agree with you totally. Yeah. Because a lot of time, especially with a boy, we all grow up young, from boys to men, but when you don't have a dad in the house to tell you, because a dad gonna be more firm on you in a certain way than a mom is. You know what I'm saying? Just by me being a father, I'm a little bit more firm on my kids than my girl is. You know what I'm saying? Women are gonna nurture you, baby you a little bit more than the dad. Dad gonna love you, but he gonna give you some direction and some little stronger guidance, a structure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I believe a lot of this carjacking, robbing, and these little dudes that's 13, 14 years old doing that. Where's their parents at?
Where their parents at?
My daughter is 13. She's going on 14.
Can you imagine?
I can't even imagine that my daughter is out. That I don't even know where she's at, though. Yeah. That she's out there at that age where she has the time to be out robbing people and stealing cars and stealing Kias and all that. You know what I'm saying? Wild, I don't get all that at 14 and 13 years old. My kids, I need to know where you at. When you get up to 18 and all that, it's only so much I can do then. I can't do everything then.
Exactly.
You at 18 now, but 13, 14, 15, all them ages, you under my roof.
Facts.
You're not finna be out here just doing whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
That's just how I'm rolling as a parent. I ain't going like that.
And that kind of go back to what I was saying. I had an episode on Humble Pie when I kind of addressed this. And, the question was that was asked to me was, is this the parents' fault or is this the kids' fault? And it becomes like kind of a mixed bag at some point.
Yes.
Because once you get around 16, 17,
yes,
ain't nothing your parent can tell you to stop you from doing you.
Not for the most part.
It's a big difference in you coming from a broken household, where you not being taken care of and you need certain things, so you out here running amok. Your parents. But if they come through and doing an evaluation of the home, and even if it's a single family and this motherfucker is well maintained, you got a room, you got clothes, you ain't wanting for nothing. Right. You know what I mean? Right. All this other shit. None of that should be put on the parent. But if you in a situation where they come to your crib and that motherfucker look like
a pig stand, basically, then this.
It looks like you're not trying to take care of your business. Man, let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. This is just another episode of
Yes Sirski. Best part in Chicago.
Best part of Chicago.
You already know.
Cut me in and cut it out, bro.
Back never feel the phone up,